Ladies and gentlemen, this is DragonHeartReviews and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on how to create a pretty good thumbnail for your YouTube videos. Now, my gaming channel is a Total War channel, so the thumbnail that I will be making will be a Total War related thumbnail. So I'll be using Adobe Photoshop Elements 11, and the first thing you do is go into the photo editor and you let the program load up. And the first thing I'm going to do is go into File, New, Blank Image, or Blank File. Width is 1280 and height is 720. This is a decent size to have for YouTube, for thumbnails. And of course, being Total War, I'm going to want a Total War kind of image. So if I go to Open, I have some images saved in my pictures. So open Pictures, YouTube Thumbnails, Rome 2 Total War, and I got backgrounds for Rome 2. So I'm going to click a background to have, and let's see what we got. Loads and loads of different photos, and we will go with this one. So this is a picture of Arminius and Varus, the epic betrayal of Varus and can't even remember. I'm getting so tongue-tied. For those of you that know, Battle of Teutoburg Forest, you know what I'm on about. Arminius' betrayal of Varus, that's what I meant to say. So you see I'm stretching the image, and it looks a bit faded, it doesn't look quite as good. That doesn't matter because we're going to be editing some of that in a minute. So we'll bring some of these forward. Just going to stretch it just over the lines, just to make sure I don't get any horrible white bits at the edge of the picture. We'll click OK, and that's our first what do you call background. I'm going to go on to, let me see, I'm trying to think, solid colour. I want solid colour, and I've got it on red, that's fine. Then I'm going to go on to the transparency and bring it down. So there we go. I'd say about 40, I think that looks okay. So far so good. I'm going to go on to the layer option, go on to new, go on to layer, click OK. A good policy is to actually rename your layers so you know what is what. So for instance, if I put some blood into this picture, I'd rename it blood or blood texture or something. But I'm going to go into the shape option. I'm going to click onto the black colour, and I'm going to put a shape in. So about that big, we'll say about there. And at the moment that looks horrible, doesn't it? Doesn't look that good at all, but it doesn't matter because we can just fade it in, look, like so. Go for say 60% transparency, and click off it, and that looks horrible, to be honest, but we're going to improve on this. So click on Open, File, Open, and I have some logos already saved into my file, different faction logos and stuff. So we'll look for the Roman logo. There it is. We'll bring it up, click on it, drag it to Untitled 1 and drop it in. I'm going to bring this above the thing, and there we go. That doesn't look too bad now, does it? Doesn't look too bad at all. As you can see, it's an improvement already. So click off it. I'm quite happy with that. We want another layer now. New layer, layer 3. Go into text. Now I've actually downloaded some texts off the internet. So I got like Trajan Pro, which is a kind of Game of Thrones type of text. Did I spell Thrones right? I think I did. See, that looks like Game of Thrones kind of text. I have some other ones. So if I type in Walking Dead, one of my favourite programs, highlight this, and I click on the drop down. Another one I downloaded is called 28 Days Later, and that looks pretty good for a Walking Dead themed kind of font. But we don't want that. We want Rome. This is going to be a Rome campaign. This is. Type in Rome. We'll resize it like so. Click OK. And we're going to change the style. So I have a style I've downloaded. If I can find it, there we go, Dalek. There we go. That looks like Rome, doesn't it? That looks a lot better. And we're going to hold down the Control button, and while doing that, we're going to click on Rome, and that highlights basically all the font. We're then going to go onto Layer. We're going to go onto Layer Style and Style Settings. Click on Stroke, and it gives you a nice little background, so I can go totally like that, which looks horrible. I can bring it down, of course. I want it to get just outside, so say like that, nice little texture, and we can also go to bevel, so this basically adds a kind of texture in over it. As you can see, it's changing. I'd say something like that. We can go up and down, so that's what the down one looks like. We'll go for the up one, and I can have a bit of a glow behind it as well if I want to. So perhaps we'll go for an outer glow, but we won't have much. About there, we'll say. Click OK, and we'll come out with this now, and that's what it looks like. Now that looks a lot better, doesn't it? It looks pretty good. The font looks pretty good. We'll resize it, of course, like that. We'll bring it a bit more centralized, and you can kind of see what I'm going for now with this. So now we click on Rome. I'm going to right click and I'm going to go on to duplicate layer, and then I'm going to drag the duplicated layer, and we'll pretend this is the first episode of this Let's Play. So we'll put in a number 1. Could have this in the top corner, I suppose. Might not look good with the red behind it, so I'm going to keep it centralized like so. I'm going to resize it as well, make it a little bit bigger. That should probably do. So as you can see, we've got Rome picture in the background, we've got a little black backdrop, we have Rome episode 1 and the Roman logo. It's still missing something, I think, so we're going to File, we're going to Open, and we'll scroll down. Where is it? By here we have the logo itself, which I copied and saved from Google. Drag this in, and yeah, I think the top corner perhaps doesn't look too bad in the top corner. Yeah, and I'm fairly happy with that. It's very quick, it's only taken me a few minutes. Of course I can play around with it a bit more. I can resize the image, perhaps put this in the top corner like so. I can also add other colours to it as well, perhaps. Maybe for example I can go on to the layer itself, and I can go on to graphics, let the graphics option load up. There we go. Go on to, I think it's shapes or graphics. Nope, it's not graphics. Show all. Ah, it's effects. I'm on the wrong one, sorry. If you click on effects and then you click on to, why isn't it working? Click on effects. There we go. That's what I was after. And then you've got different effects on here. So you've got blurry, you have blizzard. So if I double click on blizzard, there we go. Add a nice blizzard effect. Looks like they're running through the rain, walking through the rain. Undo that. Always make sure you're on the background. It sometimes clicks off like it just did there, and I went to the number 1. Make sure you're on layer 1. Go back to effects. We'll try this one, and we'll see what comes up. So there we go. Got a nice brick kind of background. Go back off that. Again, it's gone to the image by here. So click back on the layer. Go back onto effects, and what we got? We got color fade. We have a I want a blur effect. So we have a tint blue, faded photo. Maybe faded, maybe not. Monotone color. We have I think I'll go with one of these. So blizzard we saw. Oil pastel. What's an oil pastel look like? There we go. Oil pastel. I'm quite happy with that. It's nice oil pastel effect underneath the red of the overlay. If I go onto the opacity, I can always take the actual effect off, look, or put the effect back on. That's pretty good to play around with as well. The same with the opacity of the colour, so on 40%, and I can bring it right up, or I can bring it right down. Doesn't look too bad right down, does it? Or maybe just a little bit on it. How about that? Go for say 30%. And that is basically it. So this is my thumbnail, which I just created. It's only taken me a few minutes, and it was fairly simple to do. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I've been Dragonheart, so I shall see you all soon. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.